Hi everyone, I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS. If you're new, a very warm welcome and welcome back CTKS family. Here I'll teach you how to become fearless in financial markets. In this video, we'll talk about when to buy and we'll discuss actual buys on Litecoin, ADA and XRP. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up. All the indicators I use in the daily videos come from the service inside ctksmethod.org. Let's run the numbers. Rule 241, timing done right is early. For example, if we look at a Litecoin trade here, you can see that I was getting in early here as price was coming down. Let's have a look at where this trade went. So if we just journey forward in time, what are we seeing here? That was the particular area that I was buying in Litecoin. Now let's have a look at how that turned out. You can see the price came up, but how would I feel confident in knowing that is the case? There's a very specific methodology that I use. What about something like on ADA? Let's have a look at ADA. Cardano, you can see these red fireworks are when I'm buying, and the kind of goldy ones are when I'm selling. You can see that there's many opportunities to buy and many opportunities to sell. But the one thing that you do, how do you know when to buy? You know when to buy when the price is falling through the floor. As we've seen from Rule 241, timing done right is done early. But that is a very fear-inducing state of affairs. You must be able to cope with the fear of buying on the red. When we look at ADA, Cardano, you can see these green arrows, that's where I'm buying, and these red arrows, that's where I'm selling. I was buying as the price was coming down pretty steeply. You can see I was buying all of these pullbacks and selling all of the up rips. When it comes to buying on red, it's almost as if the storm comes out and the markets just tank. You'll notice the buys are always in green, the sells are in red. I'm always seeking to buy as price goes down and seeking to sell as price goes up. We use a specific technique called BORSOG, buy on red, sell on green. It's incredibly powerful. I do have a science and a strategy on getting in early. The crypto market requires a knowledge of structure, structural resistance and structural support. If you don't know where structure is, you'll simply guess. If you guess, you're going to get laser beamed in the wrong direction. Let's have a look at the structural support and structural resistance on Litecoin. Knowing with their support and resistance levels are is very important because price simply moves between structural support and resistance levels. One thing to keep in mind, the CTKS method marks up all of price action. Let's pop on the indicator which reveals these lines, and all the indicators are available from the ctksmethod.org. We can see on Litecoin it has a huge amount of structural support through this level, from 68 to around that 71 mark. This is important to know because if it doesn't have structural support underneath, there's nothing stopping it from falling and falling fast. Therefore, when I was buying through structural support, I felt very confident that we would get a bounce up to higher levels. That's how I bought on red and I sold on green. Let's go a little bit further and have a look at ADA. Answering the question of when to buy is never an easy thing to do. In order to get an appreciation of when to do it, you must understand the structural resistance and structural support. Let's have a look at ADA's indicator. Having a look at ADA's price action, what we can see through here are levels of structural support. You can put it on and you can see where the structural support and structural resistance levels are. If you know that there's a fresh air gap, unless the markets overall turn negative, they tend to get filled with regularity. Buying when the price comes down into structural support is the way to go, and selling when it's getting into structural resistance. And Merry Christmas, everybody. I'd like to do a shout out to JT. JT said, in combination with the CTKS method service, I've made some fantastic Solana trades thanks to an understanding of CTKS structure and thanks to understanding the markets. This type of trading suits me well and I could literally do this for the rest of my life. Well done, my friend. I wonder how XRP is going. Let's have a look. XRP is a tier 3 chart inside the service. When looking at XRP's chart, the one thing that we note when we pop on the indicator is that we can see that it has a completely different structure to the other two cryptos that we looked at. Look at all this structural resistance here. There are levels of structural support below it. This means that we have the X-ray vision of knowing where smart money is going to buy and going to sell, and we can do exactly the same thing. For the Masterclass students, there's a bit of high-impact economic data that came through in the last 24 hours. The GDP growth rate was less than anticipated. This took some pressure off the federal funds rate. We'll just have a look at our CTKS method timing cheat sheet. The DXY is currently negative. The dollar-yen combo went to consolidation. The 2-year went negative and the US 10-year yield went positive. This placed an upward momentum on the stock market and of course on crypto as well. All the markets are intercorrelated and interdependent. Therefore, if we don't know how government data impacts the markets and we don't know the connection between the major stock market movers, the tier 1 charts, and the tier 1 charts inside of crypto, that means we'll be guessing on the direction the price could be going over the next couple of days. The probability of an ease in the federal funds rate about 40 days away for the next FOMC meeting is 16.5%. It's more than yesterday, which was 14.5%. The stock market has been enjoying a lot of optimism and the crypto market as well. We are actually getting a pullback at the current time, but when this timing cheat sheet was done, the markets look quite different. You'll find that depending on when you do your cheat sheet, your results could be different to mine because the markets just move in between. We've looked through the CTKS structure on Litecoin, XRP, and ADA. It literally gives you X-ray vision. It helps you to know exactly when to buy, and using BORSOG, it can help you to sell as well. Note that everything, including financial markets, does require a level of knowledge. As we enter the silly season, and we're getting fairly close to Christmas Day, one thing that we understand, Christmas isn't always cheerful for everybody. If you're in a position where your loved ones are separated from you or you're having family strife, our heart goes out to you. Always remember that life happens for you and not to you. You'll always get resistance, diversions, and setbacks when you're growing your strength in life. You will find that your strength decreases, but that's just life getting you ready for the next promotion, the next setup, to give you the support that you require to do your next life rally. Just as price moves in waves, life moves in waves as well. Always remember the sun will come out again. You have to have a very strong mindset in order to buy on red. It's one thing to know that you need to do it. It's another thing to actually be able to do it. Therefore, the CTKS Creed is all about daily positive affirmations for abundance, financial success, and happiness. You will find your happiness in life will come from who you become, not what you get. A positive affirmation relates to you saying I, so let's go for that. I know the universe wants me to succeed. Every day I show kindness, integrity, and gratitude. I know opportunities in life reset daily. I am worthy, I go slow to go fast. I start small and scale with buy on red, sell on green. Life pullbacks give me the strength for the next life rally. I am dedicated and committed. I win or learn and never blame. I always solve my problems with positive excellence. Better habits create a better life, and you know a better mind will create better outcomes. With all results coming from the mind, doing this daily positive affirmation is an absolute game changer. Life is for you, life wants you to succeed, and that's why you're here. Because we want you to succeed wildly. We want you to have the life you've always dreamt of and become the person you were meant to become. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. All the indicators I use in the daily videos come from the service inside ctksmethod.org. Thanks for tuning in, and Kate and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.